The long-awaited return to Strasbourg. After a year of COVID-19 restrictions, members of the European Parliament are back at their official HQ in the French city for a real-life plenary sitting.
We have this mission as a city to represent democracy, but also the diversity of the territories in Europe. We have already met a few colleagues, and it's such a great time to see them again, to exchange again, to ask about how is the virus and the society going on in their countries. It's very nice to be back.
Not everyone shares the sentiment. Many fear the return is premature. Around half of MEPs have stayed home, leaving offices and hallways here empty and doors firmly shut.
I'm sure that all of us Greens want to go. I mean, we are longing to get everything back to normal, but we can't take risks when we are in a COVID-19 pandemic. So we need to be very, very careful, and that's why I'm not going.
But others are calling for a permanent end to these monthly outings. Shuttling staff and paperwork between Brussels and Strasbourg once a month costs €100 million per year, not to mention the environmental impact. Any change, however, would mean rewriting EU treaties, something local French Greens oppose, who have turned up to welcome MEPs back to their city.
The
European contracts are like that, for Parliament to have their sessions here, and Europe shouldn't be centralized. We Greens from Strasbourg and the Alsace are happy to welcome our representative on this day. On the other side of the road, Noureddin Azri is preparing some Lebanese meals in his food truck, hoping to drum up business from returning parliamentarians and their staff, because canteen service inside the building will remain restricted. It was somebody from Parliament who contacted me, and I said yes. And so we make the experiment. We'll see how it works out. In the press corner, journalists are back in business, preparing to report live to households all over Europe. But after all these months in the virtual world, is the European Parliament forever changed?
This year was full of new experiences. We became addicted to Zoom and WebEx and so on. So it will not be so easy to come out. So despite the fact that we're coming back, and this trip to Strasbourg is really a symbol of coming back to normality, but I think that normality will be different from what it was, a year ago.
In downtown Strasbourg, business owners hope the future won't be digital only. And some believe the old-fashioned appeal of good food and drink could lure more politicians back in future. We're waiting for them with all our hearts. We would like for everyone to come back and to regain the clients we had before. For Strasbourg, playing host to the European Parliament is a source of income, but it's also a source of pride and part of its history in the heart of Europe.